Alrighty, so today we're going to be looking at the tune Woo Mule. This is a really fun one of my favorites to play, especially in a group. If you've watched the Foggy Mountain Messengers channel long enough, you've probably seen me and my siblings play that one. It's just such a fun tune to play and sing, and I wanted to make a lesson to show exactly how I played that in that video, and so I'm very excited to dive into this one. If you would like the tabs to this lesson, I'll put a link down in the description below, linking to my Patreon page, where you can get the tablature for this song and other songs. On top of that, you get the audio files with it that go with the tablature. You also get exclusive members-only videos, and also members-only voting for the next lesson. So, without further ado, let's dive into Woo Mule. Okay, so to start the song out, we're going to start out with it's a simple and easy start to this banjo break. All we're going to be doing is an open 4th string, and then on the 2nd fret. Okay, so you have. Now we're going to be going from the 2nd fret. We're going to be sliding up to the 5th, going with the forward roll. So it's going to sound like this. Okay, so 4, 3, 1, 5, 3. Okay, just a little bit slower. Okay, so to end this measure, we're just going to be ending with a pinch. Okay, so what we have so far is. Okay, and we're going to be repeating that 2 more times. It's going to sound like this. Alrighty, and then to go on from there, so let's go ahead and play this all together. We'll take it slow, and then I'll speed it up the 2nd time. Okay, then up to speed. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next is we're going to be putting our index finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then we're going to be putting our ring finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. Okay, so we're going to be plucking the 3rd string first, and then the 4th string. Okay, and then after that we're going to be doing a forward roll. So 5, 3, 1, 5. So 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 5. Okay. So with the other rolls before, or with the part before. Okay, so in this next measure, we're going to be sliding from the 3rd string, 2nd fret to the 4th fret, and then doing a forward and reverse roll. If you do not know what a forward and reverse roll is, I'll just briefly explain it real fast. What that is you can either start on the 3rd string or the 4th string, depending on the tune, but this one we're going to be starting on the 3rd string. So you're going to be doing 3, 2, 1, 5, 1, 2, 3. That's why I call it forward, because you're going forward, and then you're going backwards. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding that slide from the 2nd fret to the 4th. Okay. And then right before we hit the string again, we're going to be doing a pull off. So from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret. Okay. And then hit that open 1st string. So. Okay, so starting from a little bit earlier. Okay, and we're going to end with an open 3rd string. Okay, so. Okay, so let's go ahead and play that all together. Okay, so the next one we're going to actually be hammering on the 4th string. So we're going to be doing open first and hammering onto the 2nd. Okay, so then you have. Then we're just going to be doing a forward roll. So 5, 2, 1, or 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. So hammer on. Okay, and we're going to be plucking the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Okay, we're going to be doing another forward and reverse roll, but there's one little difference between the first one and this one. So the first one was. But this one we're going to add a little bit of a different note when we're going into the forward. So we're actually going to be sliding from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret, and then we're going to be pushing down the 1st string on the 2nd fret. So. Okay. So. And then backwards. Okay, so all together in that 2nd line of tab, on the 2nd line of tab, this is what we have. Okay, so playing it up to speed. So that is the whole banjo break. Of course, now we have to use a lick to either end the song or to go from a break to the singing. What I've noticed with a lot of... This is something that took me a while to figure out how to do it. I heard so many people use this lick to go from the break, from the banjo break to the... And a break, just in case you don't know, is just another word for solo. So whenever you get done singing and then the banjo plays its melody, or the mandolin or the guitar, those are called breaks in bluegrass music. And so all it is basically a solo. But I never really knew how to go from the banjo break to the singing. I always heard banjo players play a certain lick, but I could never find it, what I was looking for. So I included it in this one just to kind of help you. If you want to sing this in a group, this is a perfect lick for you. So after you get done playing the song, so let's go ahead and play the whole banjo break together slowly. And then I'm going to add on that transition lick between the break to the singing. And then that way you can kind of hear what it sounds like first, and then we'll dive deeper into that. Okay, so I added that little lick there at the end. This is what's going to help you transition. This is going to keep the musicians on beat, understand where they're at. And so you're not just going straight from your banjo solo to straight to singing. You want to add that little lick to kind of give the singers a preparation. They know exactly when their cue is to come in, is right after that lick. So I'm going to play it up to speed so you can kind of hear it. And then we will dive deep into it. Okay, and then right after that, they would start singing. So how you play that lick is a Foggy Mountain roll. So basically, you're going to be doing a hammer-on from the second string, second fret to the third fret. They call this a Foggy Mountain. It's actually a roll. The roll is like this. But I also like to include this because this is this little hammer-on is used a lot in Foggy Mountain Breakdown, and so that's why I call it that. But so basically, what you're going to be doing is hammering that on and doing a forward roll. So 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5. Okay, so hammer on. 2, 1, 5, 2, 1, 5. Okay, and then we're going to be doing a pull off from the third fret on the third string to the second fret. Okay, so 3, 1, and then open third. 3, 1, 3. Okay, so far we have. Okay, so then we're going to be doing a little interesting phrase here, I guess. So right after that, we're going to be doing 5, 3, and then we're going to be doing a fourth string second fret. Okay, so we have 5, 3, 4, 1. 5, 3, 4, 1. And then open third string again. So. Sorry. Okay. And then we're just going to be doing a series of forward rolls. So 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5. Okay, so let's play that whole solo, let's play that whole banjo break, and with the transitioning lick at the end. Okay, so that is how you play Woo Mule. There's one more thing I wanted to add to this, and this is the ending lick. This is a lick that a lot of bluegrass players play whenever they are ending a song that you usually sing. It's just a... When you hear bluegrass players... Whenever you hear a bluegrass band, if they're singing the song, this is usually the lick that they use. Not all the time, but most of the time this is the lick that they use. And it sounds like this. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Okay, so this is how it goes. So you're going to start with an open third string, and then we're going to be going up to the first string, 5th fret, so with a pinch, so, and then we're going to go down to the 2nd fret, not a pinch. This is just the 2nd fret, and then after that a pinch. Okay, so we have pinch, 2nd, pinch, so 3, pinch, 4. Okay, then we're going to be doing a pull off from the 3rd, so the 3rd string, 3rd fret to the 2nd fret. Okay, I know this is going to sound weird when you're playing it very slowly, but yeah, you're going to be doing a pull off, and then pluck the 2nd string open. Okay, and then we're going to be hitting the 4th string, 4th fret. And then we're going to be doing a pinch on the 1st string and the 3rd string. Okay, so slowly. Okay, so up to speed. Okay, so I'm going to play the song through with that ending lick so you can kind of hear what it sounds like. And that is how you play Woo Mule.